on AM 940. Be sure to catch Big 8 Conference football on TSN throughout the 23 season. It's time to take a look at tonight's Keys to Victory, brought to you by Buchanan Funeral Home in Monett. In your family's greatest time of need, trust the guiding hands of those at Buchanan Funeral Home, located at 301 Euclid in Monett. Ryan, we take a look at this contest, evenly matched on paper. We think it's going to be a really tight game tonight. Go over your top 2 or 3 keys.
Time of possession battle. Who's able to win those should win the contest.
You know, we take a look at East Newton's last 2 games, and last week Lamar was 28-0, and it was a game where the Tigers had to really earn those points. The week before that, the Patriots lost to Cassville, but it was 22-6 in a tight contest as well.
Yeah, Patriots defense has done a nice job this year. Their offense just hasn't been able to find that groove, and they're going to look to do so tonight.
You know, it's a type of team that really wants to play keep away. They want to hold on to the ball. Monett would like to do the same. I think one of the biggest things tonight is going to be field position.
Yeah, I think field position, then what team is able to be more physical, because that's going to be the character of both of these teams here. You know, what teams be more physical and push their way down the field with a physical running attack.
And a year ago at this time, Monett was coming in 0-5 down at East Newton. They trailed early in that game and then rallied to win. And it was really, it built their confidence, and it was really momentum heading into the final part of that season. Here we are again, week 6. We've made it past the halfway mark. Monett needs that momentum tonight.
Yeah, last year they started slow, but they were able to get the monkey off their back of having to win the season. And you know, they were able to beat the Mustangs the week after, ran to a tough Nevada team after that, but then able to beat the Wildcats for the first time in a couple years and won a district playoff game against Logan Rogersville. Now they ran into a very good West Plains team, but still they were able to finish the season a lot better than many people thought they would.
So tonight we're looking for which team is most physical, which one makes the fewest big mistakes, and the one that can win the field position game as being the Keys to Victory. Brought to you by Buchanan Funeral Home. Since 1950, Buchanan has assisted area families in their time of need. Still about 20 minutes away from tonight's opening kick. We'll slip away, hear from some of our great sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Monett Cubs pregame after this timeout.
Senior Queen candidate, Emma Mayberry. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. The 2023 Homecoming King is...
Welcome back to the Monett Cub pregame show, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University. To see what all the roar is about, go to mssu.edu. This game also brought to you in part by Race Brothers Farm and Home, Home Shield Pest Control, Specialty Risk Insurance, Randall Mastery and Randall Law, Ken's Collision Center, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Lance Metlock, Sonic Drive-In in Monett, and Adrenaline Apparel. Big crowd on hand tonight for homecoming festivities that are taking place here in the pregame. Always a fun time, as you say, Ryan, in the life of a high school kid, homecoming week. A lot of tradition in Monett High School in their homecomings.
Yeah, and, a lot of people come back, and a good crowd already filled in here for the Cubs on their homecoming night.
We mentioned, and I took a look at the Missouri State High School Activities Association website, looking at the history between these two teams, and it only goes back so far. But it showed 14 contests between East Newton and Monett. Monett has won all 14 of them, so a long streak on the line tonight for both teams.
Yeah, in my 20 years of life, I don't think I can recall a time where East Newton beat the Cubs, but tonight they get that opportunity, and the Cubs will look to defend their win streak against the Patriots.
And last year was a type of contest, as was 3 years ago, that could have went either way. East Newton had momentum early in last year's contest, and it really wasn't until an Eric Chavez interception, pick six, that the Cubs were in a good spot.
Yeah, the pick six sealed the deal, put them up 2 scores, which was their biggest lead of the season, and they really catapulted themselves after that win and went in and played some really good ball to end the year.
The Monett High School marching band on the field. We're just moments away from tonight's national anthem, which is brought to you by VFW Post 4207 in Monett. Post 4207 reminds us that some gave all and all gave some. No one does more for local veterans than VFW Post 4207. We'd like to welcome a couple of new sponsors into our lineup tonight. The A-List Properties sponsoring the broadcast team. We've heard from them a couple of times. And also later in the pregame, starting lineups will be brought to you by Architectural Systems Incorporated. A big thank you to those two new sponsors that will join us for the remainder of this season. As we said, the Monett High School Marching Band on the field. We will slip away, hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Cub pregame show after this timeout. Anthem brought to you by VFW Post 4207 in Monett. Post 4207 reminds us that some gave all and all gave some. No one does more for local veterans than VFW Post 4207. Time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Monett Cubs. And Ryan, before we do so, it's nice to see that some of the injured players are back into the lineup.
Yeah, Colin Umfleet playing tonight. That's a big one to get back for the Cubs. You get Eric Chavez back as well, two of their key starters. Still going to be without Miles Young for the remainder of the season, but good to get the first two back.
As you said, Colin Umfleet back in the offense tonight, a 5'11", 185-pound sophomore quarterback. The running back behind him, 5'10", 210-pound senior Diego Baden. The two slot backs, 5'10", 165 senior Bo Stevens, and a 5'10", 155-pound freshman Carson Nesselrode. The wide receivers for the Cubs, 5'11", 165-pound senior Ian Waterman, and a 6'2", 185-pound junior Landon Brandt. Across the front for the Cubs, 6'2", 215-pound senior Paul Najdek, 5'9", 240-pound sophomore Victor Reed, 5'11", 260-pound senior Aiden Smith, 5'10", 205-pound freshman Aiden Rivera, and a 6'3", 285-pound junior Porter Reed. On defense for the Cubs, the defensive lineman, 5'10", 240-pound senior Angel Siniceros. Nice to see him back in the lineup as well. 6'3", 285-pound junior Porter Reed, and a 5'11", 205-pound sophomore Tucker Anderson. The linebackers for Monett, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore Parker Doss, a 5'7", 155-pound senior Keegan Carr, a 5'8", 170-pound junior Parker Messer, and a 5'10", 235-pound junior Aiden McCall. Defensive backs, 5'8", 155-pound junior Riley Ray, a 5'8", 145-pound junior Aaron Soriano, a 5'10", 180-pound senior Evan Witt, and a 5'9", 165-pound senior Eric Chavez. And the starting lineups tonight brought to you by Architectural Systems Incorporated. ASI, with locations in Monett, Aurora, and Granby, views its employees as extended family. You'll find an innovative and rewarding career with ASI. Go to asi-mo.com and click on the Careers tab for more information, or stop by any of the 3 locations for an application. Architectural Systems Incorporated, serving the community and those that live in it. So the Cubs closer to full strength, Ryan, tonight. That could make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Not having Colin last week was a big loss for the offense. You replace a young quarterback with an even younger quarterback, and then not having Chavez on defense or the special teams game could really play a factor. Having him back's a big deal this week.
And in a close contest, he could make the difference.
Absolutely. He could be the difference between a win and a loss for the Cubs in the special teams column and the defensive column.
Still about 9 minutes away from tonight's opening kick. We'll slip away, hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the pregame after this timeout. Tonight's field condition and weather report brought to you by Hydro Extrusions in Monett, offering extraordinary ability and expertise in finding the best solutions for aluminum projects. Come join the Hydro family for a rewarding career. As we close in on kickoff, 80 degrees here in Monett. It's the end of September. It feels like the end of July or August. And as we go through tonight, temperatures will stay in the 70s, so that could play a factor. Obviously, we play on the turf here. It'll be fast and true for all players here tonight. A beautiful evening for football, especially for the spectators. A few stray clouds in the sky, but no threat of rain tonight. It should be a good night for football.
Yeah, absolutely. You got pretty much clear skies. Cubs debuting a new look I bet you'll love with the looks like mustard jerseys, all yellow with jerseys and pants. White numerals for you, a little purple on the
And it's
sleeves.
not what they warmed up in.
It's not. They wanted that one to be a little bit of a surprise.
Well, if these score touchdowns, I'm all right with it. What do you think about that?
Go for it. I like it.
Field condition report brought to you by Hydro Extrusions in Monett, offering extraordinary ability and expertise in finding the best solution for any aluminum project. Cubs coming onto the field, as are the Patriots. As you said, Monett, and they're all yellows tonight, yellow tops, yellow pants. And the Patriots in red pants with white jerseys. Here come the Monett Cubs in from the north end zone. As we said, yellow tops, yellow bottoms, white helmets. The Patriots in the white jerseys with red pants, red numerals on the jerseys. Kind of the traditional look. Monett's coming up with all sorts of new looks.
Yeah, you have the white helmets this year. They got the new white jerseys with a different kind of gold into them.
They got Paul Young as a sponsor this year for Nike or what? They're changing up uniforms like the Oregon Ducks.
Hey, maybe they'll get multiple helmets next.
Should be a good one here from Burrow Fowler tonight. The 1-4 Patriots, the 0-5 Cubs. The Cubs in desperate need of a win here tonight. Trying to keep a long streak alive. Have a long winning streak against the Patriots. They'd like to add to it here this evening. As we said, it was homecoming weekend here at Monett, so a big week of activities for the kids. Hopefully capped with a victory here on Friday night. Ryan, you've been in this situation before a big crowd. What are your thoughts leading up to kickoff?
Well, homecoming, you got the nerves going. You're excited. It's a big day. Bigger crowd than normal. A lot of people come back. You want to win this one. It's a big deal to win, and you want to make sure you go out and do your job the right way. Don't let the distractions get too much in front of you. Take care of the job at hand first. Have fun later.
A reminder that the score of any contest, even a homecoming contest, is generally forgotten over time. However, the actions of players, coaches, and fans, they may leave lasting impressions. So be sure to choose good sportsmanship. This message brought to you by Access Family Care with locations in Aurora, Mount Vernon, Cassville, Neosho, and Joplin. In just a moment, the captains will head to midfield and the coin toss will take place. Tonight's coin toss brought to you by Clark Community Mental Health Center with offices in Dade, Berry, and Lawrence counties. The Clark Center improves lives and communities through compassion and care. Go to www.clarkmentalhealth.com for more information. We're still about 3 minutes away from tonight's opening kickoff. We'll slip away here from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with tonight's opening kickoff brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Lance Metlock after this timeout. MSSU in Joplin, Missouri. You just heard from Farm Bureau Agent Lance Metlock. He'll be bringing you Monett kickoffs tonight. He's for Missouri and he's for the Monett Cubs. Call 236-0422 to schedule rolling in here at Burrow Fowler. Big crowd here at homecoming. Patriots have the ball teed up. The clock is still rolling.
We'll see what Coach Lewis has scripted up here for the first drive of the game.
Well, it's 1st and 5, so a good start there. So a good start for the Cubs as they have it in Patriot. Into the
tackle made by number 4, River in low. Big gain there for the Cubs. Umpley waited to the last second to pitch that ball.
Snap back, ball down, the kick up. It's high enough. It's long enough, and it is good. 8:49, 22 yards. They'll put it down at the 47. And let's comment on Chavez's field goal attempt. Very strong. He boomed that through from 30 yards.
Yeah.
Patriots have it.
He was stripped by the Cubs defender, but I believe you're right. I believe the Patriots fell on the ball.
It'll be maybe a face mask on the Cubs. It is a face mask on the Cubs. So Braxton Wolf's carried it 5 times already. Get a first down without scoring, but they need to get to the 1-yard line. Reinert at quarterback looks over the Cubs defense, and he gives on a dot. And Patriots come up just short, so the Cubs will take over. How many of those you can work in tonight?
All right, we'll see. Challenge accepted.
3rd down and 1 for the Cubs. So the Cubs able to overcome that penalty. There's a timeout on them, however, for the Patriots, and it's really good to see that. You know, there were years that they would roll out 25 players or so, and by the 3rd quarter, they were just simply exhausted. And they serviced them all. Stop by Friendly Tire or call 235-6777. This game also brought to you in part by Jack Henry and Associates, Post Electric, Wintech. Looking to the sideline, I think they're 1 short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they had 10 guys in the formation. Timeout called by the Cubs. Trade last year.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Penalty marker out before this. A 37-yard punt and a -3 on the return. Keep in mind that Brandt did a great job kicking the ball. Behind his intended receiver, it falls incomplete.
Riley Ray in coverage again, forcing the incompletion. That'll bring up 4th down for the Patriots.
So Carson down to the 22. Cubs fake a reverse, return to the 25 and out to about the 27-yard line.
61, Hayes Hagen with the tackle.
A 36-yard punt with a 5-yard return. Good coverage there by the Patriots. Get a free 15, Ryan, all the way out to the 43.
Yeah, it'll make them start with good field position here. Less than 60 yards to go to pay dirt.
Pitches it late. Running room Stevens, and Stevens able to get it out to about the 45.
Eden in low.
So Landon Brandt will drop back inside his 35. Eden in low is a sophomore tailback. And a flag comes out. Reinert will give to his full. And the Patriots will go for it from the Cub 20. Reinert will work under center. Takes the snap back to game also brought to you in part by Coast to Coast, First State Bank, IMEC, Huffmaster.
Score.
So the Cubs trail for the first time, down by 4. Cubs have it at their own 28-yard line. Umfleet at resets. Umfleet takes the snap. He gives to, he's tail back, running right out. Yeah, here comes the punt team.
Clock rolls under 4:50 remaining in the half.
Line of scrimmage is the 33. Brandt stands at his 20. Snap back is a good one. Low kick that hits, takes a Cubs bounce inside the 40, and is put down at the Patriot 35-yard line.
Ball down by number 5, Parker Messer.
32-yard punt with no return. And the Patriots will take over, leading by 4 with 4:24 left here in the second. Patriots came up with a couple of big plays in that last drive. A big run by their sophomore tailback, River Enlow, and then a 20-yard touchdown reception by his older brother. Flags come out prior to the snap. And it's a false start again. That penalty brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Eric Norris. So what's going on there? Someone getting down in the stance and then getting back up, or what?
Yeah, I'd imagine when the lineman gets set and then they're trying to reset.
That's like 4 false starts on the Patriots here in the first half. Here's a pitch back to Enlow. Enlow hit near the line of scrimmage, but able to struggle forward for a gain of about 5.
Keegan Carr with the tackle. And
gain of 5. Second down and 10. Again, River Enlow is the tailback. Eden Enlow the fullback. And they're side by side. Actually, now the quarterback out of the shotgun. Reinert rolls to the right. He throws to the right, hits his man, and that is River Enlow with a reception out near the 40-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by number 3, Evan Witt.
Enlow able to get it to the 41 for a gain of 6. Brings up third down and 4. Cubs need to come up with a stop here. 3:45, or actually 3:46 left here in the second quarter as it stops as Enlow ran out of bounds.
Big third down here for the Cubs defense.
I formation behind Reinert. He gives to his fullback who fumbles the ball, but I believe he's able to get right back on it. Looks like it'll be a loss of a yard. And it's going to bring up fourth down and the punt unit on. That defensive stop brought to you by Post Electric. Building a new home or remodeling? Call Post Electric. You'll be shocked at what they can do for you.
You know, one thing here is the Cubs offense is going to come back on the field. No timeouts left to try and move down the field.
Fourth down and 5. Line of scrimmage is the 40, and now a timeout called by the Patriots. They may rethink this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They only had 10 guys on the field.
Yeah, that'll be a reason to call a timeout. Coach not going to be happy with that one for the Patriots.
No. And I know that's something that teams go through all the time, especially the day before a game. All the special teams, the kickoff return, the kickoff team, the punt return, the punt team, the extra point team.
You know, what we always did too is we went over the day before, and then even before the game, we do a walkthrough in the locker room. We went over all your special teams and all your assignments. So if you weren't out there when you were supposed to be, film was not going to be fun for you the next day on that play.
Yeah, film never lies, does it?
No.
I believe the Patriots now have their 11 out there. You know, speaking of which, did you see the end of the Notre Dame-Ohio State game?
Yes, I did.
Notre Dame, the last two plays, played with 10 players on the field.
And Ohio State ran right through the spot that 11th man would have been.
Yep. Punt away is a low line drive. Kick fielded at the 23 to the 25 to the 30 and out to the 35.
Tripped up by number 61, Haysden.
37-yard punt. And a nice return for the Cubs of about 13 yards. So Monett takes over with 3:01 left before halftime, trailing 7-3. See if the Cubs look to air it out a little bit here.
The matchup's going to be Brandt versus Morales here. It's a pretty sizable difference. On the bottom of your screen.
Umfleet out of shotgun. Looks that way, now looks right. Throws deep, has a man out there. It's caught at the 30. Down to the 20. Big play for the Cubs.
He was pushed out of bounds by number 11, Caden Youngblood.
Help me with that number for the Cubs.
I believe there's a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. This one's going to come back.
Boy, it was a good throw and a good catch out there. Still haven't got his number.
I believe
it was Waterman.
It was Waterman, yes.
It was Waterman with the catch. All for naught, though. It's going to be a penalty on the Cubs.
And that's a momentum killer right there. You think you had a really big play, you're excited, and now you're going to back up because of a holding penalty.
Man, that would have been down to the 20-yard line. So it's a 10-yard penalty that costs the Cubs about 50.
That would have been the Cubs' biggest pass play of the season.
Umfleet runs quickly in from the sideline. Play clock inside 10 seconds left here. First down and 20 from the 26. Umfleet back to pass, looks left, throws left. Has a man, but it's through his hands, incomplete. That was Brandt out there.
Yes, 12, Justin Morales in coverage. Looked like Brandt kind of slowed up, thinking it wasn't going to go quite as far. The ball kept carrying.
Well, it's a well-thrown ball again. Umfleet's thrown 3 or 4 really nice balls here in the first half. 2:47 left. Clock stopped after the incompletion. The Cubs face second down and 20. Umfleet gets the snap, but a flag comes out, and this is going to be a procedure penalty against the Cubs. A false start, one of the linemen a little quick. For the Cubs, their 5th penalty here in the first half. And now they face second down and a bundle. 2nd and 25 from their own 21. The Cubs are going the wrong way.
Yeah, they got to do something here just to get positive yardage, get it back to 3rd and manageable.
Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. He'll throw it over the middle, and the pass is dropped. Brandt unable to come up with it. It falls incomplete and brings up 3rd and long. Again, another well-thrown ball by Umfleet. Cubs have nothing to show for it here. 3rd and 25.
Cubs really haven't used up any clock on this drive because they've been throwing the football. Only 20 seconds to come off.
Again, Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. And he gives to Baden up the middle, and Baden able to rumble out to about the 30 for a gain of 9. So that's basically an opportunity to add about 10 yards to the punt, as it'll bring up 4th down and long for Monett.
Alan McFarland with the tackle. Another thing it does is get the clock rolling, or East Students have to burn one of their timeouts. It looks like they're going to let the clock roll as the Cubs will come on to punt this one away.
Ball right at the 30 after a 9-yard pickup. 4th down and 16. Brandt standing at his own 17.
8 to return for the Patriots.
Snap back is good. The kick away, it's a high towering kick that hits and takes the Cubs bounce inside the 30, and it's marked down there. A good effort
No return on the
by Brent as he's able to get it inside the 30-yard line.
East Newton's offense will come on with 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining in the half. 2 timeouts in their pocket. We'll see what the Patriots offense can do here.
42-yard punt that time with no return. Patriots take over 1st and 10 with 1:45 left, as you mentioned, leading 7-3 here in the second quarter. So really, really important here for the Cubs to get a stop here before intermission.
Reminder, East Newton will receive the ball to start the second half. Very critical to get a stop here for the Cubs.
I formation behind Reinert. He'll pitch it back to Enlow, left side, cuts it up, hit, and drives forward across the 30 out to about the 32 for a gain of 4 yards.
Initial contact made by number 14, Eric Chavez.
Boy, the Cubs just have to be disciplined on defense. Everybody do their job here. Avoid another big run from Enlow. 2nd down and 6 from the 32-yard line. Reinert will work out of the shotgun with 4 receivers in the formation. He's back to pass, rolls to the right, throws to the right. It's caught out across the 35.
Tackle made by number 8, Aaron Soriano. The Patriots call a timeout here. They're second of the half. They'll have 1 remaining.
Gain of 4 on the play. Timeout called by the Patriots. All timeouts sponsored by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. Exactly 60 seconds left before halftime. East Newton faces 3rd down and 2. One thing about the Patriots, they kind of share the wealth. They've had 5 different guys run the ball. They've had 3 different guys catch the ball. Freshman quarterback is now 3 of 7 passing with a touchdown.
Yeah, they've not been afraid to take their chances through the air with a freshman quarterback. Enlow brothers having a good day.
Yes, their parents have to enjoy seeing their 2 kids playing in the same backfield.
Oh, absolutely, and watching them both be pretty successful this season together.
3rd down and 2. The Patriots have it at their own 36-yard line. Reinert will work out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, he throws left, bubble screen, broken tackle down the sideline. Here goes Wolf to the Cub 40, to the 30, and pushed out of bounds inside the 25.
Pushed out of bounds by number 16, Landon Brandt. Huge play for the Patriots with 51 seconds remaining in the half, and they're knocking on the door.
41 yards on that pass play. And the Patriots have their 7th first down. More importantly, they're inside the 25 all the way down to the Cub 23. And that just took 9 seconds off the clock. 1st and 10 from the 23. Reinert running right side, hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked down at about the line of scrimmage. He might pick up 1.
Tucker Anderson with the tackle. East Newton will take their last time out of the half.
That was an interesting call on 1st and 10. Quarterback only ran it one other time, and I think that was on a dropped snap. So, maybe the element of surprise, I'm not sure. It went for a yard, and now it's 2nd down and 9, and the Patriots are out of timeouts.
One thing we haven't seen we haven't seen the Patriots put too much trust in their kicker on field goals. So they're probably looking at touchdown or nothing here. Very important the Cubs defense keeps them out of the end zone.
Yeah, and their extra point literally crawled over the goalpost. I mean, the crossbar, another yard and wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, the Patriots offense, they've been in the red zone 2 other times, and they're 1 for 2 right now. We'll see what they do on this 3rd trip. Cubs defense will try to keep them out again like they did on the first possession when they held them inside the 5.
It's 2nd down and 9 now for the Patriots from the Cub 22. Reinert will work out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks left, and now a flag comes out, stopping the action. And it's a false start on the Patriots. It cost East Newton 5 yards, and that penalty brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Eric Norris.
I bet that's something Coach Ellis for the Patriots addresses at halftime, how many penalties they've had and just those false starts.
Yeah, and it's this side. Everything's being called by the official directly in front of us here. So whatever's happening is happening on that right side of the line. Or potentially a slot man or a wide receiver. Second down and 14 from the 27. Here comes a sweep, and now a pass. River Inlow is going to run it to the left side, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and knocked down short of the goal line down at the 2.
Tripped up by Aaron Soriano. Patriots going hurry-up offense here.
First and goal for the Patriots. Reinert getting the offensive line set, takes the snap, and he clocks it, stopping the clock with 27 seconds left. Okay, so that previous play was a pitch back to River Inlow. He was looking to throw the ball. The Cubs had good coverage down the field. Then he tucked it under his right arm and ran to the left, and the whole left side was wide open for him as he's able to get down inside the 5.
Yeah, all the routes were coming here near this home side, and there was no defenders left on the away side, and he tucked and went the other direction, and the Cubs defense had to run all the way across the field to get him.
Second and goal from the 2. Here's a give right up the middle. Touchdown, Patriots, as that was Aiden Engel who scores from 2 yards out. So the big fullback able to cash in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots lead 13-3. PAT upcoming for East Newton. Snap back, ball down, the kick up. It's high enough, it's long enough, but it is no good as it's missed wide to the left. 24.2 seconds left before halftime. Patriots lead at 13-3. Back after this timeout. Offices of Randall Mastery and Randall, Monett's hometown professional law firm specializing in estate and real estate law. To get the best possible results, call Randall Mastery and Randall at 235-8688. Cubs down by 10 now with just 24 seconds left before halftime. Monett led at 3-0. Patriots have come back with 13 unanswered points. Kickoff is a low line drive kick, scooped up at the 20, returned to the 25, to the 30, out to the 35, and near the 40-yard line, and that's where the Cubs will have it. First down and 10.
Tackle made by Eden Inlow here with 15 seconds remaining in the half. We'll see what the Cubs offense elects to do here.
You know what I say, air it out.
I do too. You know, with the Patriots a little bit smaller in the defensive backfield, you have two very long and tall receivers with Brand Waterman. I say you take a shot here and see what you can do.
Soriano with a return that time, a good return out to the 40, gives the Cubs a chance here. Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, Throws deep left side and overshoots his intended receiver. Receiver cut in on a post play, and the pass went behind him, fell incomplete.
Coverage by Braxton Wolf.
Boy, I'd like to see an out and up at some point in the second half for the Cubs. Umfleet out of shotgun will hand to Baden running near side. He's tackled as he gets to about the 43-yard line for a gain of 3 yards.
Lachlan Letterman with a tackle, and that'll do us in the first half.
Our score at intermission. The East Newton Patriots looking to end a long losing streak to the Cubs. They lead at 13-3 here at halftime. We'll be back with the Big Baldy's Barbecue halftime show after these words from our sponsors. Welcome to the Big Baldy's Barbecue halftime show. Known for their homemade tasty sauces and overly tender meats, Big Baldy's offers the loaded tater and barbecue nachos. Our score at halftime, the East Newton Patriots on top 13-3. And with a quick look at the scoring summary, I'm going to turn it over to my Broadcast partner Ryan McCullough.
Yeah, in the first quarter at the 909 York, the Cubs had a 30-yard field goal from Eric Chavez that went through, making the score 3-0 to start the game. Also in the first quarter, the 4:25 mark, the Cubs had a huge fourth down stop inside the 5 that kept the Patriots out of the end zone, keeping the score 3-0. But in the second quarter, the 6:41 mark, Carson Reinhardt would have a 20-yard touchdown pass to Eden Enlow, making the score 7-3. Later in the second quarter, with 24 seconds remaining, Aiden Engel would have a 2-yard touchdown run. Extra point was no good, making it score 13-3, your halftime score.
Thank you, Ryan. Just a reminder that your Monett Cubs broadcast team, Ryan and I, sponsored by A-List Properties. For all your real estate needs, their family is working for your family. At halftime, Cubs trail by 10. We'll slip away here from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with more of the Big Baldy's Barbecue halftime show after this timeout. Welcome back to the Big Baldy's Barbecue Halftime Show. Big Baldy's at 814 East US Highway 60 is a casual, family-friendly restaurant for Monett and the surrounding area. At halftime, East Newton leads at 13-3. Here's a look at first half stats. First of all, for the East Newton Patriots, They finished the first two quarters with 142 yards rushing on 19 carries. The Patriots 4 of 9 passing for 71 yards. So they finished the first half with 213 yards of total offense. East Newton with 8 first downs, no turnovers, 6 penalties for 40 yards, and 2 punts for a 36.5 yard average. For the Monett Cubs, they ran the ball 19 times as well. They accumulated 92 yards on the ground, 0 of 5 passing, so total yardage for Monett at 92 yards in the first half. The Cubs with 3 first downs, no turnovers, 5 penalties for 42 yards, and 4 punts for a 36.5 yard average. For the Patriots individually, they were led on the ground by River Inlow. 5 carries in the first half for an even 100 yards to lead the way for East Newton. Braxton Wolf, we saw a lot of him early. He finished the first half with 7 carries for 26 yards. Aiden Engel, 2 carries for 12 yards and a 2-yard touchdown score. Carson Reinhardt, the freshman quarterback, 4 of 9 passing with 1 touchdown. He hit Braxton Wolf twice for 45 yards, River Inlow once for 6 yards, and Eden Inlow with one time 20-yard touchdown strike. It was Inlow with a 20-yard touchdown reception, Engel with a 2-yard run, and the Patriots lead it by 10, 13-3. The Monett High School Marching Band performing here at intermission. Big crowd here, homecoming festivities for the Monett Cubs right now. Patriots trying to spoil it as they lead it 13-3. Patriots have looked pretty good, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter they've done a great job moving the ball down the field. They've been putting points on the board. The Cubs have got to find a way to stop, shooting themselves in the foot sometimes where they move the ball, but then they get a penalty and it gets called back. They got to find a way to get the ball downfield and in the end zone and put up points in this one. They've also got to find a way to stop giving up big plays by the Patriots offense. They would get into a 3rd and long, and then they give a big play, and all the momentum would swing back to the Patriots.
Yeah, that's been the story of the first half. Here at intermission, Cubs down 13-3. When we return, Ryan will take a look at other area scores from Southwest Missouri. We'll be back with more of the Big Baldy's Barbecue halftime show after this timeout. Remax, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. The same can be said for buying or selling a home, and Remax Properties has that covered. Come home to the best real estate team in Monett, Remax. You are listening to Monett Cub football on KKBL 95.9 FM. More specifically, the Big Baldy's halftime show. Whether you're in the mood for a feast or you're watching your waistline, Big Baldy's has a large selection that is sure to please. Just a reminder that The score of any contest is generally forgotten over time. However, the actions of players, coaches, and fans may leave lasting impressions. So the next time you're out at a ball game, be sure to choose good sportsmanship. This message brought to you by Access Family Care with locations in Aurora, Mount Vernon, Cassville, Neosho, and Joplin. Cubs trail 13-3 here to halftime. Just one game of many. I'm going to turn it over to Ryan as he takes a look at other scores in the area.
Yeah, we're going to start off with Lamar, McDonald County. We said this one could be close. The Mustangs came to play. It's not at the half. Lamar's up 35-7 at halftime. Marionville's up 24 over Pierce City at the half. Willard up 16-14 over Webb City at halftime. That one would be a big upset. Seneca still doing their thing. Gave up some points though in the first half. They're only up 40-14 over the Wolves. Nick's up 21-0 over Carl Junction. Republic leads Joplin 16-7. Nevada and Castle, we said that's going to be another one that could be sneaky good. Nevada's up 22-13 at the half. Lamar's up 14-0 over Catholic at halftime. Carthage and Ozark deadlocked at 20. Neosho up 21-16 over Branson. Aurora leads Marshfield 21-0. It looks like they've contained Marshfield inside pretty well, not allowing them to get out. Rogersville leads 27-0 over Hollister. And that's going to do us for our area scores here tonight.
So some surprises out there, but others games holding form. Seneca continues to do what Seneca does.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise is just that they gave up 2 touchdowns in one game to someone not Lamar.
Yeah, exactly. And but up by 26 points nonetheless at halftime. And we'll follow those throughout the remainder of the evening and go over finals in our post-game show. Here at halftime, as we said, the Monett High School Marching Band entertaining a big crowd here at halftime. And congratulations to all those kids. They put a lot of time and effort in this role as well. At halftime, the Cubs trail 13-3. We'll be back with more of the Big Baldy's Barbecue halftime show after this timeout. Welcome back to the Big Baldy's Barbecue Halftime Show. Big Baldy's at 814 East US Highway 60 is a casual, family-friendly restaurant for Monett and the surrounding area. 13-3 our score at intermission. Ryan, I was just taking a look at the weather leading into next week. You know, we've had summertime this week, back up into the 80s. Next week at this time, the high on Friday of next week is in the lower 70s, lows in around 50. So dress accordingly because we'll be in the great outdoors next week down in McDonald County.
Down in Anderson, Missouri.
Yep.
It's going to be a good trip. Hopefully the Cubs are able to pick up a win there and make that back-to-back years of wins over the Mustangs.
First things first, they need to find a way to rally against this pesky East Newton club.
You know, last year they found themselves down a halftime against the Patriots as well, and they had to put something together in the second half. You know, down 10 here, it's still anyone's ball game, only down 10 points. They got to come out and get a stop, get a quick one, get their offense on the field, and go score some points, make this a one-possession game again. Get momentum back on their side.
And put some pressure on the Patriots because really in that second quarter, East Newton kind of played free and easy, and they hit a couple of big plays, a big run by River Enlow, and then a big catch and run by Wolf, and both led to scores, and East Newton on top by 10 now. The Cubs can ill afford to get any further down.
No, they can't afford to let the Patriots come out here and score a touchdown to start. It would put them down 13. Their offense, or not 13, it put them down 17, and their offense just isn't built to come from behind quickly, where they'd have to throw the ball more. Patriots also, those one of those teams that you just don't want to give them any belief, and right now they're full of it. They're up 10 at the half, so you have to come out and you got to take it away from them.
Yeah, you have to physically dominate, and someone's got to make a play.
In the first quarter, it seemed like the Cubs really won the physicality battle, but second quarter, it was definitely the Patriots that won the physicality battle.
And we mentioned that as one of the big keys in field position. And Patriots, once they took advantage of field position and got in that red zone, they scored 2 out of 3 times. And you know, now the Cubs need to come up with a good kickoff coverage and get a 3 and out here and try to get the ball back in the hands of their offense. You know, there's been plays there for the Cubs. You know, they've had a couple passes that were dropped, had one that was caught that was a big gainer but was called back because of a holding penalty. So there are some big plays there. You know, and Walker hit a big run, or I'm sorry, Stevens hit a big run in the first half. Bo ripped one off for 25 yards, and he ended the first half with 47 yards. To lead the Cubs, Umfleet and Baden with 21 yards apiece for the Cubs. Both teams back out onto the field. Still a couple minutes away from second half kick. We'll slip away one final time here at the halftime show and be back with third quarter action after this timeout. halftime show. Whether you're in the mood for a feast or you're watching your waistline, Big Baldy's has a large selection that is sure to please. A reminder that your Monett Cubs broadcast team is sponsored by A-List Properties. For all your real estate needs, their family is working for your family. The upcoming kickoff sponsored by Farm Bureau agent Lance Metlock. He's for Missouri, and he's for the Monett Cubs. Call 236-0422 to schedule an appointment with Lance. The third quarter tonight brought to you by Quick Draw Gun, offering the area's largest selection of firearms, ammunition, and accessories. That's Quick Draw Gun, 601 South Kyler in Monett. Eric Chavez has it teed up at the 40. We're just about ready for third quarter action.
Eric Chavez to kick off for the Cubs.
Cubs going right to left as we look on. Kickoff short, high, hits at about the 30. On the ground, it's a loose ball, and I believe the Patriots were able to get it covered at the last second.
Yeah, it looked like the Cubs were almost able to get on that one, but then it was recovered by number 21, Ethan Bales for the Patriots.
As we move to the 8:30 hour, a reminder you're listening to Monett Cubs on KKBL 95.9 FM in Monett, Missouri. So the Patriots will have it 1st and 10 at their 28-yard line. Big part of the game right now. It's this time Cubs defense needs to come up with a stop and get it back to the offense.
Yeah, who's going to grab the momentum early on here? Cubs have got to be the team that does it. They got to get a stop, and they have to get points on the board early.
Reinhardt will stay in at quarterback. The Enlows are in the backfield. And there's a stoppage in action here.
I believe Houston's going to call a timeout to prevent the delay of game.
Timeout, and boy, that drives the coach crazy.
Yeah.
First play from scrimmage to start a half, and you have to burn a timeout because they weren't aligned correctly. I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but the tailback, River Enlow, kind of walking with a little bit of a hitch. I don't know what. Take a look at him as he comes back out, but as he went back to the sideline, it looked like he was favoring one of the legs.
You know, he'd be a big loss for the Patriots. He's had a good game so far, a couple big runs. And yeah, you're right. Kind of a little limp to him as he comes back out on the field.
Yeah, my dad always used to say that was a hitch in your giddy up. Yeah, he's favoring. That could be a big point here in the second half. Reinhardt will set up the Patriots at the 28-yard line. Takes the snap, he pitches it back to River Enlow. And Enlow basically on one leg is still able to find room and get out near the 33 for a gain of 5.
He was tackled by Parker Doss.
Second down and 5. But it really did look like he was favoring a knee and ankle or something. 3 backs behind the quarterback, Reinhardt. He'll work under center and give to his fullback with lots of running room up the middle into Cub territory. Still on his feet. Breaks yet another tackle and down to the 30. What a run that time by Aiden Engel.
Yeah, the Cubs defense kept trying to strip it, but no one secured the ball carrier and brought him down. He was able to rip off a big run. He was finally brought down by number 5, Parker Messer.
37-yard run, and a lot of that was yards after contact.
Yeah, Cubs defenders going for the ball. No one secured the tackle.
And he's a big kid.
Yeah, and they were tackling around his shoulders. A guy like that, you got to get low and get his legs.
Here come the Patriots from the Cub 30-yard line. And it's a handoff up the middle again that goes for 7. And again, that's Aiden Engel. Engel down to the Cub 23.
21, Riley Ray with the tackle.
You know what? The Patriots have a number of weapons. They really do. They have 3 backs that can, actually 4 backs that can really tote the rock. And they kind of spread the wealth.
Yeah, it's been one of the more balanced Patriots teams we've seen in a while where they can kind of go in multiple different directions.
Reinert will pitch back to Enlow, and this time Enlow hit behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes at the 25.
Keegan Carr and 58. Aiden McCall with a tackle.
Loss of 2 on the play. And, you know, I wonder why maybe Wolf's not back in there at tailback. We saw a lot of him early. They've used him as a wide receiver since that initial drive. 3rd down and 5 from the 25. Reinert will give to Enlow, and Enlow knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes out late in this one thrown by the umpire. Wonder if this might be a holding penalty.
Porter Reed with the tackle. We'll see what the flag is.
It is holding. I would assume the Cubs would take this penalty. They need to take this penalty.
He will. Coach Lewis pointing backwards.
Be a 10-yarder from the point of the infraction. And the Patriots will face 3rd down and 15 from the 35. Well, I would keep track of the Enlows here.
Yeah, we'll see what the Cubs defense will draw up here. See if they bring pressure on this young quarterback.
And then, of course, Wolf is out there on an island to the left, hooked up with Brandt over on the offensive left side. Reinert looking left, throws left, and overshoots his intended receiver, and the Cubs did come with pressure.
They did, and in coverage was number 16, Landon Brandt. The Cubs defense did a nice job there bringing pressure.
And they have come up with a defensive stop. Brought to you by Post Electric. Need some light at home? Having power problems at the plant? Or moving into a new storefront? Call Post Electric first at 846-7100. A big stop by that defensive unit.
We'll see what they elect here. Looks like they're going to try and pin the Cubs deep with a punt.
Line of scrimmage is the 35.
They need to make sure he punts it. You know, Marshall got a couple big plays from fake punts.
And watch Wolf here as the up man as well. He is going to go ahead and kick it. And it hits inside the 10 and checks up very well. And the Patriots will put it down at about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, nice punt there by the Patriots. Pin the Cubs inside the 10.
29-yard punt. Now, I'm not sure that was actually how it was drawn up. He was angling the ball to the far sideline, and it went off the right side of his foot and was a line drive. And you would have thought 9 times out of 10 that would have bounded into the end zone, but it actually checked up.
Yeah, all that weird-shaped ball will do some weird things sometimes.
There's no way that ball should have stopped like that. But it did. And the Cubs now have it at their own 6. Here's a handoff to the tailback. Good running room for the Cubs.
Haitian with a tackle.
Who was the carrier there that time? Oh, I think that was Walker Bradow.
Might have been Nestor Load, 22.
It was. Nesserode came in. And he ripped off a gain of 7.
You know, he's played quite a bit for a freshman this season.
He has, and is contributing when called upon. 2nd down and 3 from 13. Umfleet hands to Baden. Baden cuts it up to the 15, spins and is knocked down. He needed 3. It looks like he might pick up a couple here. It'll be 3rd down.
Haitian with another tackle.
Penalty on the Cubs. Holding penalty on the offense. Line of scrimmage was the 13. And they'll mark it back to the 7. So the Cubs will face 2nd down and 8 now.
Yeah, here they got to do something to get it 3rd and short, maybe pick up a big run here.
Actually, 2nd and 9 here. Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks to throw, has Brandt up the middle. He goes down the field to the 40, to the 50. One man to beat. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. I see no flags. 93-yard touchdown pass, and the Cubs are back in it.
That's exactly what the Cubs needed there to get back in this game. Huge play by Brent, able to break away from the defenders.
He split the safeties, and once he got behind them, no one was going to catch him. And the Cubs are to within 4 points. It's 13-9 with the PAT upcoming. Eric Chavez to attempt the PAT. Out of the hold of Evan Witt. Snap back, ball down, the kick up. It's high enough, it's long enough, and it is good. 7:47 left, third quarter. We have a ball game. It's East Newton 13, Monett 10. Back after this timeout. Randall Mastery and Randall, Monett's hometown professional law firm, specializing in estate and real estate law. To get the best possible results, call Randall Mastery and Randall at 235-8688. The Successful Extra Point, sponsored by Home Shield Pest Control, a quality, affordable pest service provider for your home or business. Call 772-4177 to schedule your next visit. And finally, the upcoming kickoff, sponsored by Farm Bureau agent Lance Metlock. He's for Missouri and he's for the Monett Cubs. Call 236-0422 to schedule an appointment with Lance.
No one reads off the ads like you do, Benji.
Man, I tell you, you got to roll, man. You got to roll. Sammy does a pretty good job. We got to plug him too. Well, the Cubs back in it. A big strike there. Kickoff short and hits down at about the 30. Return for the Patriots to the 40, to the 45, to midfield and in the Cub territory at the 45.
Finally brought down by number 21, Riley Ray. Good ball on the last one, throw by Umfleet. Brand did a nice job not allowing stuff to get run down. He's got to show his speed a little bit.
He did, and had one man to beat, and he outraced him to the end zone.
It looked like he was going to get caught for a second. He found another gear and really pulled away. Now we'll see what the Cubs defense can do here. See if they can pull up a stop.
Man, the Patriots with great field position, though, into Cub territory at the 43. Reinert at quarterback. Gives to his tailback, who's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes.
That was Keegan Carr all over that one.
That was River Enlow that was hit and thrown for a 2-yard loss. And I just don't think he has the same explosiveness that he had in that first half.
No, he's definitely got a limp to him, and that's really been playing a factor in the second half. He hasn't been able to make those cuts and really show his speed off.
Second down and 12. The Cubs defense looking to come up with another stop here. Reinert takes the snap, back to pass, rolls to the right, has a man wide open, but it goes through his hands. The pass intended for Engel falls incomplete.
Yeah, Witt was the man in coverage, and he had to pick between the deep man or the guy shorter. He went with the deep guy to play it safe. Luckily for him, the receiver dropped the ball.
I'm just not sure that freshman quarterback could air it out down the field, though. I think he's a good quality passer from about 15 yards and in.
Yeah, still, I think someone was out of position there because Witt shouldn't have had to pick between the two.
True.
He should have just been able to take the deep guy. There should have been a linebacker there with the flat.
Yeah, someone did miss a call there. Third down and 12. Reinert back to pass. He's going to throw it deep down the side, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
A flag comes out. This might be a pass interference call. Let's see what they call here.
Well, if it's pass interference, who's it on?
It looked like they're both just making a play at the ball. We'll see what they call.
Cubs defender was looking back at the ball. I'm not sure about that one.
It looked like the Cubs defender beat the Eastern receiver for the ball and for position.
Boy, that's a critical call and a critical junction of the game. 15-yard penalty on the Cubs. And like I said, I'm just not sure about that one. Of course, we are a long way from the play.
Still, it looked like Serrano was able to beat the receiver for position there, and it looked like the receiver came into him. Coach Lewis not happy with that call. He's letting the white hat hear it.
Boy, that would have been 4th down and 12 for the Patriots, and they'd probably punted it away, and now they have it 1st and 10 at the 30. Credit the white hat. He's given Coach his time. I told you, once you start throwing the flags,
They don't stop.
They don't stop.
Cubs defense just have to let it go now. You can't hang your head and be mad about it. You got to go get a stop now.
Yeah, they got to get fired up here. 1st and 10, Patriots. Cubs look to blitz. Pitch back to River Enlow, who works his way down to about the 24-yard line for a gain of 6.
Tackle made by Porter Reed.
Yeah, Cubs need to come up with a big stop here. Clock rolls, 6:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. And again, the 3rd quarter brought to you by Quick Draw Gun in Monett. With a knowledgeable and experienced staff, they offer training that will allow you to safely handle your purchased firearms. 2nd down and 4. Here's a dive play to the fullback. Big, strong run inside the 20, down inside the 15. The ball comes out, but the Patriots come up with it. That was Engel with a run and a 1st down.
And a flag comes out late here. Ball was stripped by Chavez. Like you said, Patriots are covered. We'll see what the late flag is.
Penalty marker on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense.
So the run will stand. And then it'll be a penalty marked off half the distance to the goal line. So a 6-yard penalty. And it's 1st and goal from the 6.
Cubs are going to take a timeout here, talk this one over, and regroup.
Timeout sponsored by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. No matter what you need, they have your back. Screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, signs, and more. Check them out at adrenalineapparel.net. Boy, you still go back to that pass interference call. You know, but you stated it well. Defense has to shake it off and go to the next play.
Yeah, you know, if the ref says it's pass interference, I mean, at the end of the day, it's pass interference, and that's how it's going to stand on the field. So you just have to go on to the next play and get a stop. There's nothing you can do about it. Arguing with the ref ain't going to change the call.
No, I've never seen, well, very seldom do you ever see an altered call.
Especially in high school football, there's no challenge. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. He made the call, and you got to live with the decision he made. You can let him know you're not happy with it if you're the head coach, but defense coordinator and the defensive guys, they just got to worry about getting a stop.
And you know they still have the opportunity to do it right here, but now if I'm East Newton, I think I hand the ball to Aiden Engel about 3 times right now.
Yeah, he's done a nice job being able to get through the line and pick up what he's needed. He's had some big runs. I'd go to Engel here as well, especially with Enlow limping on the field right now, as you can see.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes. And the thing is, Engel's not in this formation. And it'll be River Enlow, and Enlow finds a hole and into the end zone for the score. 6 yards out, Enlow with the score. And the Patriots answer here in the 3rd quarter to go up 19-10. And that was too easy. That was too easy for the Patriots.
Yes, it was, and now they make it a two-possession ball game yet again.
Looks like they'll keep the offense on the field here and go for two. Wolf's in the backfield along with both in-lows. And it'll be River running right side. River stood up near the goal line and pushed back. And the two-point conversion is no good. 5:56 left, third quarter action. East Newton on top, 19-10, back after this timeout. Properties for all your real estate needs. Their family is working for your family. Kickoff in the air, return set up, 15, 20, 25, 30. Brent able to get it out to that point. Cubs will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Tackle made by number 12, Jessen Morales. Cubs offense come back on here after having a very huge passing touchdown this last drive.
Yeah, 93-yard pass to Brent.
I don't think Collins had 93 yards passing in a single game this year. Did it in one play there.
Yeah, he's 1 of 6 passing right now, but he's had several dropped. Umfleet out of the shotgun. Double reverse for the Cubs. And I believe that's Walker Bradell with his first carry as he's able to get it out to about the 40.
Tackle made by number 33, Eden Inlow.
Bradell with a gain of 9. The ball originally handed off to Baden, who handed it to Bradell. Misdirection play. Good for the Cubs. 2nd down and 1 now. Umfleet out of the shotgun. Gives to Baden. Baden hit behind the line of scrimmage. A flag comes out.
We'll see what the flag is on. Thrown around the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be a hold against the Cubs. And this one particular official on the near sideline, he's going to have to ice his elbow after the game.
One specific thing here with the Patriots not having really any extra points in this game. If the Cubs score a touchdown here and get the extra point, a field goal gives them the lead after that.
Yeah, those extra points could come back and haunt them. 2nd down and 11 after the holding penalty. Snap gets away from Umfleet. He goes back, tries to cover it up, still on the turf, and it'll go out of bounds. The Cubs will retain possession all the way, though, back to their 17-yard line.
Yeah, Eden Inlow almost had a play at the ball, but as he touched it, it went out of bounds.
So I really don't know what happened there. The snap didn't look all that bad, but it got away from Umfleet, and now the Cubs face 3rd and 23 from their own 17-yard line. It's a handoff to the tailback. Short gain for the Cubs. That was Nesselrold with the carry. Picks up 1 yard.
Tackle made by Colton Noon. Number 4th down for the Cubs, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
So a holding penalty and an errant snap doomed this drive. And the clock rolls inside, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Brandt gets the snap, the kick away, end over end kick. Good kick that takes a Cub bounce down the sideline. This is going to be a monster punt down to about the 25.
Got a great bounce on that one, and it stayed in bounds. Almost looked like it was going to go out, and the ball bounced in bounds. It's going to be inside the 25.
It's a 58-yard punt.
Great punt there by Brandt to flip the field as the Cubs defense comes on here.
And if the last drive was important, how important is this drive for the defense?
Crucial. This one has to be a stop. They got to find a way to give their offense short field and make it a one-possession game again.
Absolutely. They need to get a 3 and out here.
They need to just take it one possession at a time here, make this a one-possession game, and then after that, you're chasing for the lead.
The ball will be put in play at the Patriot 24. And a whistle.
Flag comes out.
And it's a timeout before a penalty. I'm telling you, this one guy's arm's going to be hurting tomorrow morning. He's going to have to ice it up. You know, in all reality, in football, you could probably call a penalty on every play.
Yeah, usually you can. There's probably going to be holding 99% of the time. Honestly, this official might throw more flags, and sometimes both these teams will throw like the ball in a game.
Yeah, he's got a good arm. I mean, he's airmailed some of those flags. But, yeah, you know, there's just so much play on you dirty offensive linemen, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Defensive linemen aren't much better, though.
Oh, no, they're usually hands to the face and hands on the helmet, like all kinds of different stuff. You just don't see it, or you just usually let it go as the official unless it's just blatant.
And not to speak of what goes on at the bottom of the pile.
Oh, no, there's no telling what you have happen down there. Anything goes.
1st and 10 for the Patriots after their timeout. Here's a handoff to Engel with lots of running room. 1st down and much more out near midfield.
Brought down by number 3, Evan Witt.
That's a 25-yard gain, and Engel's up to 93 yards. Enlow already at 113, so the Patriots very close to having 2 backs hit the 100-yard mark here tonight.
And Engel's runs, they're not like they're outside. They're right up the middle. He's just breaking tackles and getting downfield.
Yeah, he's an aggressive runner. 1st and 10 for the Patriots at their 49. Here's River Enlow running left side with room into Cub territory, and another 1st down as he gets down inside the 40.
Tackle made by Soriano. We know it's Chavez.
Patriots with their 13th 1st down. And a couple plays from scrimmage, they've picked up 36 yards. Now they're at the Cub 39-yard line. Handoff up the middle. This is Wolf, and Wolf with lots of running room. Down inside the Cub 20 near the 15.
Wolf was finally brought down by Soriano and Keegan Carr.
22-yard gain and another 1st down. We haven't seen Wolf since the first drive of tonight's game, and he gets in there and rips off 22 yards for a 1st down. Right now, the Patriots are making it look easy. Reinhardt at QB gives to Wolf, who spins his way inside the 10, still on his feet, driving close to the end zone down at the 1.
Tackled down at the 1 by a couple of Cubs defenders, and he was just running through them and moving the pile himself.
And now the Patriots, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 plays that they've covered this distance. This is the 5th play of the drive. From the 1.
And here you got to think Engel. That's where you're looking for.
You would think so, and he is in the game. It's going to be the quarterback instead. A quarterback sneak. No signal. Touchdown, Patriots. So Reinhardt scores from 1 yard out, and the Patriots go up by 15. 2:38 left here in the 3rd quarter. Patriots will go for a PAT here. Snap back, ball down, the kick up, it's high enough, it's long enough, and it is good. 2:38 left here, 3rd quarter action. East Newton 26, Monett 10. Back after this timeout.
To kick off for the Patriots.
Back to action at Burrow Fowler. Kickoff back to the 10-yard line. The Cubs pick it up, looking for running room and finding none as they're knocked down inside the 15. A late flag comes in, and it's going to be holding against the Cubs to add insult to injury. So this will be half the distance to the goal line, and the Cubs will set it up inside their own 10.
We'll see what the Cubs offense does here. You'd have to think they'd have to do something to try and get big plays now.
Yeah, because time is against them. A 5-yard penalty marks it back at the 5. Yeah, the Cubs down 16 here, so that's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions.
After the penalty, 1st and 10 at the Monett 5-yard line.
Umflea to work out of the shotgun. And a flag comes out as there was movement up front. So this will cost the Cubs another couple of yards.
Cubs just shooting themselves in the foot in this one. So self-inflicted wounds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 penalties tonight. And the Cubs have it 1st and 12 and a half from their 2. We'll say officially the 3. Here's Umfleet running it himself. Out of the end zone to the 5, to the 10, still on his feet, and another flag thrown, and another flag thrown.
We got 2 flags on the play. Tag was made by H. Hagan, and we'll see what the flags are on.
There's a gain out to the 11, but this is going to be an illegal block against the Cubs. There were 2 flags thrown, one on the interior of the line and one on the edge. So another 3-yard penalty. The spot of the infraction was the 6th. So now the Cubs do have it at the 3. And it'll be 1st and 12. And Ryan, there's no way to sugarcoat it. There's a lot of penalties being called.
Yeah, there's been a lot of flags in this game, and it's ones they can control. Like for the Patriots, it's been the false starts. Those are things they can easily control.
Yeah, a lot of holding penalties there in the second half
A lot
against
of
the
holdings
Cubs.
for the Cubs, and that just comes down to technique and discipline on the offensive line.
Timeout on the field called by the Cubs. A reminder that timeouts are sponsored by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. No matter what you need, they have your back. Screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, signs, and more. Check them out at adrenalineapparel.net. And right now, I know, one thing you have to fight as a team is that frustration factor.
You can't worry about it right now. You just got to fight through, and you have to finish this drive with points.
Yeah, you got to play. You just got to lay it on the line.
It's going to be hard, but you can't worry about that. You just have to fight through it.
After the timeout, the Cubs will have it 1st and 12 from the 3. Umfleet will take the snap. Gives to Baden up the middle he goes. I see no flags on this play. Baden able to get out to about the 8.
He was tripped up by number 61. Hayes aged him.
Ball out to the 8-yard line, so a gain of 5. 2nd down and 7. Again, the clock rolls, and the clock's the enemy of the Cubs, down inside 1:35 in the third quarter. Here's an option. Ball fumbled by the Cubs, but I believe they got it back out at the 10-yard line.
That was almost a disaster for the Cubs.
Gain of couple. That was Bo Stevens, his first carry of the second half. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Cubs need to get to the 15-yard line to keep this drive going. Umfleet takes the snap. He's going to run the option. He cuts it up, hit, and drops short of the 1st down. He needed 5. He picks up a couple.
Hayes aged him with another tackle. Bring up 4th down. The punt team's going to come on for the Cubs.
Yeah, you just can't take this gamble. 4th and a long 2 inside your own 15. So the Cubs will kick it away as we approach the end of the third quarter. Cubs short 1 player. They're going to have to hurry to get this snap under away. High snap gathered in, kick away. It's a high towering kick that is fielded at the Cub 46, return to the Cub 43-yard line.
Tackle made by number 33, Walker Bradow, and 45, Diego Baden.
33-yard punt, 2-yard return. Patriots have it with 1.2 seconds left here in the third quarter, which was brought to you by Quick Draw Gun and Monett. With a knowledgeable and experienced staff, they offer training that will allow you to safely handle your purchased firearms. Call 354-8633 for more information. Patriots up by 16. Reinhardt will turn and give to Wolf, who jumps over 1 tackle. Now a flag comes out and another flag comes out. Wolf finally goes down at about the 37.
We'll see what these flags are on. Like you said, there's multiple on the field. We'll see he's brought down by Witt.
I think it's going to be a hold on the Patriots. That is the call of choice tonight of the holding penalty. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It'll move them back. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Our score after 3, East Newton 26, Monett 10. Back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. Tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Jim Reed. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here's a fumble on the play, scooped up by the Cubs, and the Cubs will take over after the turnover.
That's exactly what they needed to start the fourth quarter. That was recovered by number 32, Parker Doss. Huge play for the Cubs there.
So Reinhardt actually fumbled. He never got it to his tailback.
No, he fell back as he took the snap and he tried to force it to his tailback. So an unclean handoff results in a turnover.
And the Cubs with a little bit of life here. That's one way to get back into it, is get some turnovers, and the Cubs were able to get the fumble and return it about, 10 yards down to the Patriot 31.
Dylan Washik will come in here at quarterback.
So Washik in at quarterback. Takes a snap, back to pass. Throws deep, left side, and the pass is incomplete. And a late flag here, and we're going to have a pass interference.
In coverage was number 11, Caden Youngblood.
And I got to say, that looked like pretty good coverage, too. That's not a whole lot different from the play earlier in the game. That penalty brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Eric Norris.
Umfleet will check back into the game now for the Cubs at quarterback.
15-yard penalty marked off. And the Cubs are in the red zone as they have it at the 16-yard line. Or are they going to put it about 17? At the 17. Here's Umfleet running left side. Hit at the line of scrimmage and spins out of bounds. After a short gain, it'll bring up second down.
Tackle made by number 33, Eden Inlow.
See where they put it down. Put it down at the 17 for no gain. Second down and 10. Clock stopped with 11:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Cubs down 26-10. Umfleet will give to Nesselrode running left side. Nesselrode inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line for a gain of 4.
61, Hayesden with the tackle.
So a couple big plays here for the Cubs. They have it at the 13-yard line, third down and 6. Obviously in 4-down territory. Umfleet stays in at quarterback, works out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle. The pass is caught, and it'll be close to a first down.
We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like tackle was made by Jessen Morales.
A gain of 7 for Brant. Cubs pick up their 5th first down, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In. Make it your first stop after the game tonight. Here's Umfleet. He gives on a sweep near side, angling to the pylon, just short. I believe that was Nesselrode again.
Yes.
Nesselrode knocked out of bounds near the 2-yard line.
He was knocked out of bounds by Caden Youngblood.
Gain of 4.
Quarterback sneak here.
From the 2, I don't know. Maybe. Umfleet under center, takes it. Quarterback sneak, spins, pushed, driving forward. We wait for the signal. Touchdown, Monett Cubs. Umfleet from 2 yards out. And the Cubs get a little closer. It's 26-16. And the offense will stay on the field, go for a 2-point conversion here, trying to make it a 1-possession game. That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Randall, Mastery, and Randall. Monett's hometown professional law firm specializing in estate and real estate law. To get the best possible results, call Randall, Mastery, and Randall at 8-6, 8-8. This extra point brought to you by Home Shield Pest Control, a quality, affordable pest service provider for your home or your business. Call 772-4177 to schedule your next visit. Stop in action here, an official timeout. This game is quickly reminding me of our Marshfield endeavor of a year ago.
It lasted forever. Hey, if the Cubs come back, we could be looking at overtime as well.
Absolutely. We haven't had an overtime game.
No, I've never got to do an overtime game with you yet.
I haven't done very many, to be honest. I count on one hand for sure, probably one or two fingers. There is a stoppage in action here. Not exactly sure. I wonder if someone had blood on a uniform. Or blood on the turf potentially.
Yeah, they're spraying water on the field.
Probably some sort of alcohol, something to make things more sanitary, I'm sure. We're ready for action here. Big 2-point conversion for the Cubs. Umfleet takes the snap. He's going to run it himself, running right into the end zone. The conversion is good. 10:33 left, fourth quarter. East Newton 26, Monett 18. Back after this timeout. Ryan McCullough and Erwin Perez, our producer engineer, bringing you what has turned out to be kind of a scoring fest all of a sudden. It's 26-18. We were thinking of a game in the teens, and now all of a sudden both teams have found their offenses.
Yeah, we'll see what the Cubs do here, if they like to go with an onside or just kick it deep and try and get a stop and get their offense back on the field.
Well, the last time they kicked one short, it was returned into their territory. I just wonder if Chavez could just put a boot to it here, but it looks like he's kind of lined up for the same type of kick.
He might try to bounce one.
He angles it to the far side. It's fielded at the 30, returned to the 40, and out near the 45, so the Patriots with good field position again.
Tripped up by Brandt, and the Cubs defense will have to come up with a big stop here.
That was Eden Inlow with the return. He got it about the 30 and returned it 16 yards. And the Patriots are setting things up near midfield just about every time they start a drive. So it's on the defense now for the Cubs. Try to get back into this. Down by only 8.
See if they can create another turnover here.
Reinhardt takes the snap. He gives to his big fullback, and a Cub hanging on for dear life as the fullback able to get into Cub territory again. That is Aiden Engel, and he picks up 7 yards.
Tucker Anderson with a tackle.
Second down and 3. We are inside 10 minutes left in this one. Reinhardt works under center. He takes the snap, and he gives to Wolf, who's hit in the backfield and then swarmed under. A loss on the play of a couple.
Yeah, he was swallowed up by Porter Reed there. Big tackle for loss.
Loss of 2 brings up third down and 5, and here is a big play in this game. Can the Cubs come up with a stop? 3rd down and 5 from the Cub 49. Patriots break huddle. The play clock at 10 seconds here. Reiner under center. Back to pass. He rolls to the right, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Intercepted by the Cubs, running to the near sideline, to the 40, 35-30, to the 25-20, still on his feet to the 15. A flag is out, but this may go against the Patriots. We'll wait and see if the play stands. The Cubs will have it in great field position. That was Evan Witt with the interception.
Evan Witt with the interception and a nice return. Reinhardt with a tackle on him.
It's holding against the Patriots. The play stands.
And the Cubs have life.
And what a return, because he intercepted that at about the Cub 45, and he's able to get it all the way to the Patriot 15. So 10, 20, 30, 40-yard return on the interception.
With 8:55 left, we have a ball game here. Cubs in the red zone already.
2 turnovers.
15-yard line.
Have given the Cubs life. Throw over the middle, short hops his intended receiver. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's intended to Brandt. Cubs can kind of just get back to running whatever they want here inside the red zone, right? If they want to run the ball, they can. They don't have to try and force those big pass plays.
Well, and keep in mind they got 4 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're gonna stay until they score.
They could kick a field goal, make it a 1-possession game, be 21-26, and a touchdown gets you the lead after that.
Here's Umfleet back to pass with time, throws deep over the middle, and there could have been an interference, but it was not called.
Yeah, coverage by Morales.
Sure looked like he kind of hooked the receiver just a little bit
Yeah,
there.
a little pull back.
Well, it's 3rd and 10. The Cubs, with a couple of incompletions following the interception return, they face 3rd and long. Umfleet will give to Baden. Baden plows down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Hayes Hayden with the tackle. That'll bring up 4th down for the Cubs.
4th and 7. I think they're going to go for a field goal.
I think they are as well. Chavez will trot onto the field here. They're going to try and make this a 5-point game. A touchdown would give them the lead after this.
Someone give that guy a tee and let's hustle out there. Play clock rolls inside 15 seconds. They've got time. Ball will be put down at the 20, and this field goal brought to you by Home Shield Pest Control. So a 30-yard field goal attempt, snap back, ball down, the kick up. It's high enough, it's long enough, and it is good. Chavez with a pair of field goals, and this one draws the Cubs to within 5. 7:53 left here in the 4th. East Newton 26, Monett 21, back after this. Successful field goal brought to you by Home Shield Pest Control, a quality, affordable pest service provider for your home or business. Call 772-4177 to schedule your next visit. This upcoming kickoff sponsored by Farm Bureau agent Lance Metlock. He's for Missouri and he's for the Monett Cubs. Call 236-0422 to schedule an appointment with Lance. Cubs to kick it away here with 7:53 left. Looks like Chavez is going to get a full run on this one. High end over end kick that goes over the head of the Patriots and into the end zone. And I know what you were thinking. You wanted that thing to check up at about the 5-yard line and give the Cubs a chance to recover it.
Yeah, one different bounce would go sideways or backwards, and all of a sudden the Patriots are sprinting back to it. Cubs are coming in full speed. It's a scramble for the ball. If the Patriots get it, they're pinned deep in their territory. If the Cubs get it, they got all the momentum in the world inside the 10.
Well, wouldn't that have been something? Cubs have momentum now. They've scored the last 11 points to get to within 5. It's 26-21, and one has turned out to be an awesome game here from Burrow Fowler. Here come the Patriots, 1st and 10 from their 20. Pitch goes to Wolf, running right side, hit near the line of scrimmage. He spins forward to about the 23 for a gain of 3 yards.
Evan Witt with a tackle.
So Wolf has resumed duties at the tailback. I just wonder if River Enlow is out with that injury.
Looks like he's back in the game now.
Yes, because Wolf's coming out as a wide receiver here. It will be Enlow in at tailback behind his older brother, who's at fullback. Here's a pitch back to River. Cuts it up at the 25 and knocked down at the 27.
Tripped up by Chavez. That'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 for the Patriots. Can the Cubs come up with another stop? Clock rolls with 6:40 left here in the 4th quarter. Cubs down by 5. 3rd down and 3. Reinert pitches back to Enlow, running right. He's hit and knocked down short of the 1st.
Evan Witt with a huge tackle there for the Cubs, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It is 4th down, and the Patriots will punt it to the Cubs. That stop brought to you by Post Electric. Top-notch electrical solutions don't have to be shocking. Call Post Electric at 846-7100. So a big stop there, Ryan, for the Cubs. Line of scrimmage, the 27. Youngblood. Oh, it's a fake for the Patriots. They have the 1st down and more down into Cub territory, and then the ball comes out. A scramble for the fumble.
I think the Patriots recovered and got it back.
They did. That was Wolf with a fake. A gain of 31 and a 1st down for the Patriots.
And what a swing of momentum there.
Yeah, and we mentioned Wolf earlier in the contest. That was gutsy, doing that from inside your own 30. And they have it 1st and 10 at the Cub 41, so the defense is going to have to come up with another stop. Reinhardt will give to his tailback, Enlow, and he's hit and knocked down for a loss.
Camden Ellis with the tackle.
2nd and 11 upcoming. One thing to keep in mind, both of these teams only have 1 timeout each.
Yeah, so not going to be a whole lot of stopping the clock unless it's through the air. And neither team really that great of a passing team either.
2nd down and 11. Here's Enlow again, running to the right, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. He had 100 at halftime. He has 128 right now. And working hard for every one. That time, no gain on the play. 3rd down and 11.
Parker Doss with a tackle. Huge 3rd down here.
And do the Patriots throw it? Their last pass was intercepted. Quarterback will work out of the shotgun. Reiner with a low snap. It's on the ground, and he is knocked down for a loss back near midfield.
Camden Ellis in the backfield quickly along with Parker Doss.
Loss of 6 on the play.
Forced Reinhardt to have to fall on it, and that'll bring up 4th down and very long for the Patriots.
Surely they'll punt it here. This punt brought to you by Post Electric. Need some light at home? Having power problems at the plant? Call Post Electric first at 846-7100.
3:40 remaining in the contest.
Punt is away. Fielded at the Cub 10. Return set up to the 15 and out to the 17-yard line. A punt of 38 yards and a 7-yard return.
Good tackle made by number 34, Lachlan Letterman.
You know what, Ryan? This is what you wanted. You wanted the Cubs to get to within 1 score and then chase the lead. They have a shot here with 3:20 left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we'll see what the offense will do here. They got time to where they can run the football, but you cannot afford mistakes now.
No, you got to avoid penalties for sure. Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. The Cubs have it at their own 18-yard line. Here's misdirection. The ball given to Nesselrode, and guess what?
Flag
comes out. Nesselrode ran it out to about the 26. Would it be a pickup of 8, but this is going to be a holding penalty. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty against the Cubs.
Yeah, very costly penalty there. Going to back them up even farther.
Guess it's a 6-yard penalty.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
We'll go 10 from the spot of the foul. Penalties have been a story in this one. First and 16 for the Cubs from their 12. Pass over the middle, intercepted by Wolf. Wolf inside the 10, down near the 5, and the Patriots will come up with a big turnover.
Yeah, Wolf just stepped in front of the receiver there and picked that one off. Huge turnover for the Patriots. This Cub defense have to come back on. It'll be 1st and goal Patriots. With only 1 timeout remaining and 2:50 remaining in the game.
Well, the Cubs are going to have to come up with another turnover of their own. That's the only way they'll get back in this one now. Ball setting at their 7-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle, and the Cub defense ready for that.
Keegan Carr and Camden Ellis to tackle.
They knocked down Engel that time for a short gain of only a yard. Timeout on the field. This timeout brought to you by Adrenaline Apparel and Design. No matter what you need, they have your back. Screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, signs, and more. Check them out at adrenalineapparel.net. 4th quarter tonight brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Jim Reed. Stop by for a no-hassle overview of your current insurance policy and see how Jim can save you money with State Farm. A reminder that this game brought to you in part by RE/MAX. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. The same can be said for buying or selling a home, and RE/MAX Properties has that covered. Come home to the best real estate team in Monett, RE/MAX. Now the Cubs take their final timeout here with 2:42 left. Cubs must come up with a defensive stand here. Reinhardt under center, pitches back to River Enlow. Running right, a flag comes out. Enlow's into the end zone, but this one's going to come back.
The flag is on. Enlow fought his way in. That one's going to come back as well and back up the Patriots.
Okay, I have to say it. I've never seen this many flags in a game.
Well, Moorfield last year, both teams had over 15.
Each?
Yeah, I think Monett had 17. I think Moorfield had 15.
Okay, well, I tried to erase that from my memory.
We were there for 2 complete games pretty much.
This negates the touchdown run by Enlow, and it moves the Patriots back to the 16. Second and goal from the 16. So we'll see if the Cubs defense can capitalize on that. Reinhardt under center will pitch back to Enlow, running left. Play strung out toward the sideline, and the Cubs come up with a stop near the 12-yard line.
Number 14, Eric Chavez with the tackle. Third down for the Patriots.
Third and 12. Clock rolls inside 2:15 left. They won't need to snap this until about 1:50. So the Patriots in no hurry here.
Wolf will come into the game.
I'd be shocked if they did anything other than keep it on the ground. Reinhardt gives to his fullback up the middle. He goes down inside the 5 near the 2. A gain of 10 for Engel.
Aaron Soriano with the tackle. And that'll bring up 4th and goal for the Patriots.
And a touchdown here seals the deal for East Newton. Cubs, if they do get a stop, will have about a minute left and have to cover the whole field on a quick drive. I'd say keep your head and eyes on Engel here.
Yeah, this is where you hand it off to Engel again.
It's actually Eden, I believe, Eden Enlow, and he is knocked down short of the goal line.
Cubs defense comes up with a stop they had to have, kept them out of the end zone. Their offense is going to have to go 99 yards down the field.
That defensive stop brought to you by Post Electric. Building a new home or remodeling? Call Post Electric. You'll be shocked at what they can do for you.
Well, the defense didn't give up.
No, they did not. Not in that drive. They were able to hold the Patriots out after the interception. And boy, they are about a foot from their goal line. So a 99-yard with exactly a minute left. Is that an omen? 1 minute left to cover 100 yards? We'll see. Umfleet will stand 5 yards deep in his end zone. Takes the snap, back to pass. Scrambles to the right, has some running room. Angling towards the sideline. He needs to get out of bounds, and he does near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he was hit out of bounds. Had to scramble quickly. Just took what the defense gave him there. Didn't try to force something.
Second and less than a yard. Ball right at the 10. That play took about 8 seconds. Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looks to the left. Now looking right, throws late. The ball is dropped over the middle. Waterman had a chance at the 30, wasn't able to reel it in.
In the area was Eden Enlow and Braxton Wolf in coverage.
That would have been a chunk play. That would have been at least 20 to 25 yards.
Got to shake it off now and go with the next play.
Cubs have had a little bit of the drops tonight. They've had a few passes in and out of the hands. You'd like to see one of the receivers come up with a big play here. Third and less than a yard. Umfleet fires left side, in and out of the hands of the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
There, they were just trying to take the first down. The ball went past the hands of Brandt. That'll bring up 4th down and about 1.
And the Cubs got to get a first down.
Yeah, right now you just take the first down. You don't try to force anything deep downfield unless it's there.
Problem is, with no timeouts, the clock will run.
Yeah, so they'll have to get the first down and then get on the ball.
So to keep the game alive here, Umfleet fires to the right, first down and more, to the 20. There's Waterman still on his feet to the 25, to the 30, down the left sideline, to midfield, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, still on his feet at the 20, down to the 15. Down to the 15. 50, 60, 70, 75 yards. And a Cub first down brought to you by Sonic Drive-In.
The Cubs just got to get on the ball.
They got to clock it here. They got to clock it with 25 seconds left. They got time, though. The chain gang has to hustle to get into place. They have to sprint those 75 yards as well. And the Cubs do clock it. And the clock stopped with 21.5. Oh, my gosh.
You don't have to force anything into the end zone right here. You just have to make sure it's either past the first down or it has a chance to get out of bounds. But you cannot have anything in front of the sticks in bounds.
No, you can get a first down and the clock stops when they reset. But if they throw short of the sticks, they got to get out of bounds. Or get to a pylon. Wow, they got a shot, Ryan.
You know, I don't think anyone was running faster on the field than Aiden Smith trying to get on the ball.
Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Umfleet will work out of the shotgun. Snap back with time. Throws incomplete and just as well because that would have been short of the first down.
No, it's better that he didn't catch that one.
So the Cubs with 2 plays left, 18 seconds. A touchdown gives them the lead.
It does, and that's when that field goal really came in handy there.
Umfleet gets the play from the sideline and into the huddle. The Cubs break huddle here. 18 seconds remain. Cubs have it third down and 10. Umfleet back to pass. Looks right. Throws right. Overshoots his intended receiver. It falls incomplete, and if he came up with that catch, he'd have walked in.
Yeah, he would have scored. Caden Youngblood tried to cheat up on the ball, went over his head as well. If Waterman was able to catch that, he would have scored, and the Cubs would have taken the lead.
Well, it comes down to this.
Yeah, you don't have to score. But like I said, you got to pick up the first down. It has to be past the sticks, and then quickly on the ball when you do pick it up.
Fourth down, 10 to go from the 15. Cubs down by 5. Umfleet back to pass. Flag comes out. Ball thrown to the end zone. Incomplete. 2 Cubs were in the vicinity, but there is a flag here. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be illegal shift against the Cubs. It'll be declined, and the Patriots will survive and win this one.
A hard effort there by the Cubs to finish this one. As they'll come out in probably victory formation.
Yeah, you would assume nothing fancy here. Reiner will take a knee, and this one will be in the books. He does. Loses a yard. And the Patriots will come away with their second victory of the season. The final score in this one, the East Newton Patriots 26, the Monett Cubs 21. East Newton improves to 2-4. The Cubs drop to 0-6. We'll slip away here from some of our sponsors. We'll be back with the Cubs Cafe postgame show after this timeout. You're listening to the Monett Cubs on KKBL, part of the Talon Sports Network. Burl Fowler, the East Newton Patriots, survive in this one as they beat the Cubs 26-21. Hard-fought game from the onset. Cubs scored first. Patriots rallied to take a lead at halftime. It was back and forth in the second half. It came down to final 4 plays from the 15-yard line. The Cubs not able to cash in, and the Patriots survived to win it by 5 to pick up their second win of the season. I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, as he goes down our scoring summary from tonight's game.
Yeah, in the first quarter at the 9:09 mark, Eric Chavez had a 30-yard field goal to make the score 3-0 in the first quarter. Also in the first quarter, the 4:25 mark, a huge fourth down stop for the Cubs. They kept the Patriots out of the end zone while they're inside the 5, keeping the score 3-0 in the first. But in the second quarter, East Newton would get going at the 6:41 mark with Carson Reinhardt had a 20-yard touchdown pass to Eden Enlow, making the score 7-3. Later in the second quarter, with 24 seconds remaining in the half, Aiden Engel had a 2-yard touchdown run, and the extra point was no good, making the score 13-3 at halftime. The third quarter, the 7:47 mark, Landon Brandt would have a 93-yard touchdown reception from Colin Umfleet, making the score 13-10. But East Newton would answer in the third quarter, the 5:56 mark. River Enlow had a 6-yard touchdown run, 2-point no good, making the score 19-10 Patriots. 2:38 left in the third. Carson Reinhardt would have a 1-yard touchdown run, making the score 26-10. Then the fourth quarter, the 10:33 mark, the Cubs would get going. Colin Umfleet had a 2-yard touchdown run. 2-point was good, making the score 26-18. Also in the fourth quarter, at the 7:53 mark, Eric Chavez would have another 30-yard field goal that was good, making it 21-26, a one-score ball game. And at the fourth quarter, 8 seconds left, the Cubs just couldn't convert. East Newton comes up with a big stop, making your final score Patriots 26, Cubs 21.
Thank you, Ryan. A hard-fought game for both teams tonight. Cubs fall here at home against the Patriots, and the Patriots break a long losing streak to the Cubs. We're not sure how long it's dated back, but at least the last 14 years, according to Misha record books. And, you know, it was right to the very end, though. The Cubs had their chances at the end. Keep in mind, the Cubs were down 16 points, 26-10. They came back with a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, a field goal, and almost pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, they almost were able to pull it out, just didn't have enough time left on the clock. Maybe that's when 1 or 2 of those timeouts would have came back to really help them later in the game. If they felt like they had one more in their pocket, they could have stopped the clock. They just didn't have them, so they kind of had to force things there.
26-21, the final in this one will slip away. And before we do, we want to remind you that you are listening to the Cubs Cafe postgame show and all the fine people out at Cubs Cafe who thank you for staying tuned to the postgame. And they wish everyone a safe trip home. Home cooking at its best, Cubs Cafe serves happiness to their customers one meal at a time with delicious quality meals. We'll be back with more of the postgame after this timeout. Tonight's postgame show brought to you by Cubs Cafe, a proud sponsor of Monett Cubs football. Located at 202 Highway 37, they always have their purple and gold on at Cubs Cafe. The final in this one, East Newton 26, Monett 21. Here's a look at postgame stats. First of all, for the visiting East Newton Patriots, they ran the ball 47 times for 336 yards tonight. They were 4 of 12 passing for 71 yards. So the Patriots rack up 407 yards of total offense. They had 17 first downs to go along with 2 turnovers, 1 interception, and a fumble. They were penalized 10 times for 85 yards, and they punted 4 times for a 37.5-yard average. For Monett, 32 rushes for 128 yards. They were 3 of 16 passing tonight. That's the bad side. The good side, 175 yards. The Cubs finished with 303 yards of total offense. They had 6 first downs, 1 turnover, an interception late in the contest, 13 penalties for 100 yards, and 6 punts for a 39.5-yard average. For the Patriots, they were led on the ground by a pair of runners who went over 100 yards and a third that just about got there. River Inlow, 16 carries, 132 yards tonight. Aiden Engel, 9 carries for 111 yards. Braxton Wolf, 12 carries for 96 yards. So they had one at 132, another at 111, and another at 96. Eden Inlow, 4 carries, 4 yards. The quarterback, Reinhardt, finished with -7 tonight. Carson Reinhardt, the quarterback, 4 of 12 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He hit Braxton Wolf twice for 45 yards. Eden Inlow for a 20-yard touchdown strike, and River Inlow caught 1 for 6 yards. For the Monett Cubs, they were led on the ground by Bo Stevens, 49 yards on 6 carries. Diego Baden, 29 yards on 9 carries. Colin Umfleet, 22 yards on 10 carries. He did have a score. Carson Nesselrode, 5 carries for 22 yards. And Walker Bradow, 1 carry for 9 yards. Umfleet, 3 of 16 tonight, passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Landon Brandt, 2 catches for 100 yards and a score. Ian Waterman made things exciting at the end with a 75-yard reception, but it was just too little, too late for the Cubs as they lose by 5. Really interesting game. We expected a lower scoring game. It ended up being very exciting at the end, Ryan.
Yeah, it did, and it looked like for a second the Patriots were going to run away with it, and then also when they got the interception in Cub territory, they were already inside the 10. It looked like that's all she wrote. Cubs defense comes up with a stop inside the 1, and their offense gave them a chance at the end to win there, just couldn't quite come up with it. They made it exciting. They fought hard till the end. You can't hang your head, though. You got to get on it next week when you got the Mustangs. You had 2 the Mustangs.
And you know what? Credit East Newton. They made some plays against some tough odds. They converted a 4th down play for a score.
Very gutsy
pass.
fake punt.
Fake punt late in the game, deep in their own territory. There were a number of things that they did that helped them secure this victory. But at the end, you know, Monett simply just ran out of time. If there had been another minute on the clock, I think Monett would have won this.
I think if they had just one more timeout, I think they would have won. If they had one timeout in their pocket there at the end where they could have stopped the clock, they could have called plays a little bit more freely. And you make different decisions with the timeout in your pocket because you know, okay, we have to get the ball past the chains here. You kind of have to force things. You have a timeout, that's not the case. You can afford to throw one in front of the chains, try and get someone open.
Well, and you think about the last 4 plays. They clocked it on 1st down. 2nd down was a short pass at the feet of Brandt. Okay, incompletion. Now you're facing 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
And the pressure a little bit higher. Then a pass over here to the right where the defensive back inexplicably went for the interception. The ball went over his head and just out of the reach of Waterman.
Yeah, you know, that's one defensive back needs to know the time and situation. You don't really try to make that play at that moment. You just try to either break it up or not allow him to score. Waterman just not able to get under that one because if he would have had a better read at the ball, he would have made that catch, and there was no one that was going to stop him. There was no one behind him at that point.
And how agonizing would it have been on 4th down to catch the ball? The Cubs had 2 receivers in the right corner of the end zone. If they'd have caught the ball, it wouldn't have counted because there was a penalty on the Cubs.
Yes, but at least they'd have another opportunity at that point to try and score again. But still, it would hurt so much to have that one. It gets taken away from you, and then if you don't get it, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Cubs penalized 13 times tonight for an even 100 yards. Hard to overcome that type of lost yardage.
Yeah, too many penalties tonight. It's just ones that they can easily correct. It's the simple errors that you can't have.
Patriots improved to 2-4. The Cubs drop to 0-6. We'll slip away. We'll be back with more of the Cubs Cafe postgame show after this timeout. You're listening to Big 8 Conference Football on KKBL, part of the Talon Sports Network. However, the actions of players, coaches, and fans. So the next time you're out at a game, be sure to choose good sportsmanship. This message brought to you by Access Family Care with locations in Aurora, Mount Vernon, Cassville, Neosho, and in Joplin. It's time for the Monett Rental and Sales Player of the Game. Monett Rental and Sales would like to congratulate this week's Player of the Game. They rent everything at Monett equipment, a skid loader, a scissor lift, or concrete tools. Go see them at Monett Rental and Sales, east of Monett on Business 60.
Shoulder pad on one side, way down here still on the Cubs side of the field.
Yeah.
He just kept running with it.
And keep in mind, that was on a fourth down play. It was 4th down and 1, and the Cubs were needing a joined by Coach Lewis. Coach, an exciting finish. Cubs just come up a little short tonight.
Yeah, certainly not the way you want the game to finish.
I tell you what, your kid's 93, Waterman for 75 there late in the game.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are, opportunistic guys. I mean, they're pretty good athletes in their own right, and then, when given the opportunity to make a play, they, made some plays tonight, and so it's certainly a positive. Certainly something we can take on to next week.
Mr. Witt with a big play on the defensive side, too, with an interception and a 40-yard return that set you up. And that really kind of got you momentum going late in that contest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the kids, we're an opportunistic team. I mean, that's a young team for you. That's what the young teams do, is they sometimes make opportunities for themselves. And, I was proud of them. I thought they did a good job. And so, like I said, positives.
Yeah, battle to the very end, and now a trip on the horizon going to McDonald County. McDonald County, another quality team in the Big 8.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm sure they have us circled on their calendar. I mean, last year's game probably didn't go exactly how they anticipated. being ranked 10th in the state. So, I mean, we certainly expect a dogfight. We certainly expect something that'll, be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, a year ago you pitched a shutout against the Mustangs and, got their attention and really just never gave them a chance in that one. And like you said, they've probably got this one circled on their calendar.
Yeah, no doubt. And, for us, hopefully we're able to come out and do what we're supposed to do and execute, and we'll see what happens.
You hope for a better ending tonight, but very impressed with the kids not laying down. When it was 26-10, I could see, what are they going to be made of here? And boy, they rallied right back.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a good group. It's a good group of kids. Very proud of them. Like I said, they're doing a good job.
I know it's a tough loss. I appreciate you coming up and talking to us here in the post game. Wish you well getting ready for next week. Good luck against the Mustangs.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
We'll be back after this.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. This just one of many games in Southwest Missouri. I'm going to turn it over to Ryan now as he takes a look at some finals and other ball games.
Yeah, we'll start off with our game next week. Lamar, McDonald County. The Tigers win at 49-21. Your final score there. Marionville 31, Pierce City 3 final. Webb City did not take kindly to Willard beating them in the first half. Cardinals roll 43-16 final. Seneca and Reed Springs. Reed Springs did score again. The Indians win 54-21. Reed Springs offense, 21 points against the Indians. It's very impressive, even though it's only 21. That's a very good defense that the Indians have. Lebanon 44, Glendale 21. Nixon wins 47 over Carl Junction. Republic wins 38-15 over Joplin. Republic, a team that's really come alive over the past couple years, really started to pick up momentum. Nevada and Cassville. Nevada wins at 44-21. Mount Vernon Catholic, they were close at the half. Mount Vernon only up about 14-0. Mount Vernon wins 40-0. Camdenton 34, Bolivar 15. Bolivar, a team that was the top of Monett's district. West Plains might be able to jump them now since Bolivar lost. Carthage wins 34-20 over Ozark. Neosho and Branson went to overtime. Branson would win 41-34. Aurora rolls over Marshall 35-0. West Plains also picked up a loss tonight to Kickapoo 49-35. Rogersville would win 27-0 over Hollister. And Skyline would win 28-15 over Clever. And that'll do us for area scores this week.
Thank you, Ryan. Some interesting scores. Let's talk a little bit about district before we go along. Coming into tonight, Monett would be playing the number 2 seed in the district. Monett was number 7. The number 2 seed is West Plains.
Yeah, the number 1 seed, which is Bolivar, they would get a bye because there's 7 teams in the district, and that'd be another trip to West Plains for the Cubs. Last year they played West Plains in the second round after beating Logan Rogersville in the first. West Plains and Bolivar, 2 really good teams, 2 teams that have really taken control of the top of this district and put themselves in a good position for that top seed.
You got Rogersville in the mix, McDonald County, and some others. I'll print off district standings starting next week so we can start talking about it. But coming into tonight, it would be a road game to West Plains. I know that's a month away. There's still games to play, 3 more regular season games. The Cubs travel to McDonald County, then they host Nevada, then they go to Cassville. So it's going to be a tough stretch here late in the season again.
Yeah, absolutely, and they can't hang their head. They just have to get to work, get their head down, and get to work and win some games here. Matt County going to be a really good opponent, so they're going to have to come out ready to play.
Yeah, and you know what? This team, they've rallied before, and they need to rally around their seniors. The seniors, looking at their final 3 regular season games and their final postseason effort, and, they want to go out on a high note as well. Ryan, once again, thank you for all you do. I appreciate it, and we have a good time together. we'll get together again next week down in Anderson.
Absolutely.
Erwin, thanks for spinning the dials tonight and getting us on the air. We really appreciate your help as well. And by the way, somebody told me it was Erwin's birthday today.
It is Erwin's birthday, turning 25 years old. Happy birthday, Erwin.
That's only a quarter of a century, Erwin, so you're okay, man. Still young. So happy birthday to Erwin as we celebrate his birthday tonight. Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Burl Fowler as we come to the end of tonight's broadcast. We would like to thank all the fine people here at Monett High School for their help and hospitality tonight, this year, always. They're just great people here at Monett. A special thanks also goes out to all of our great sponsors who make our broadcast possible. We would never be able to do this without your support. So Cub fans, I strongly encourage you to get out there and visit these local businesses. Let them know how much you appreciate their support of Monett Cubs. And finally, a big thank you to all our listeners. Thanks for being with us each and every Friday night during the season. Just a reminder that our next football broadcast will be coming your way next Friday evening as the Cubs travel to Anderson, Missouri. We'll be taking on the McDonald County Mustangs. Pre-game set for 6:25 with kickoff scheduled at 7 p.m. Once again, our final score from the stadium tonight, East Newton 26, Monett 21. For my broadcast partner, Ryan McCullough, and our producer engineer, Erwin Perez, this is Benji Finsky saying thanks for following the Cubs, and good night from Monett.